Hey, it's Chuck here back with Milton Daily Homes, and I'm really excited to be back in the captain's chair, guiding you through basically the best stuff that's happened over the last week. So I took out of the options maybe 100 or so homes that have been listed. I took out my 24 favorites. So we're going to go through the whole list today, and you get fully caught up. And the other thing is that on Wednesday night, so a couple nights from now, we're running the Milton buyer class. So you can just click over there and register, find out more information, or basically you can go to miltonbuyerclass.com. That's another way to get to the same place, and you're going to see that we go over some fantastic information. 400 graduates. There's no cost to get in. We ask for a food bank donation. And we'll give you a manual. We'll give you about 2 hours, maybe a little bit more of some of the best information we have to share. And about 100 years of experience went into putting the slideshow together. So great times. Okay, so let's get right to it. The first one up is 479 Ontario, number 59. It's at 223.9. That's a pretty good price for a condo townhome these days. And it's a bank sale, okay? So there's some things to know about bank sales. Two things that are a drawback. Number one is that the bank won't warranty anything. So just you take it as is, where is. So don't expect if your appliances don't work when you move in, tough luck. It's your appliances. Whereas in a typical resale, you put a clause in saying, okay, that everything has to work when I move in. Now, the second thing is that the owner is in arrears on their mortgage. They're behind on their payments. If they were to catch up on those payments on the day before you're scheduled to move in, so you've given your notice or you've sold your house, they can take the home back and you can't do anything about it. So if the owner has basically paid their debts off, it goes right back to zero. They get their home back. So it can be a little bit risky. A lot of people think they're great deals, and sometimes they are. Most of the time they're not. The bank has to prove that they've tried to get the best possible price. Otherwise, there could be legal actions. Because basically we call bank sales in Canada, most of the time they're called power of sales. And the bank is responsible for clearing off all of its balance sheet, zero balance, and then the owner gets the rest. So that's kind of how things work. And but let's go inside. I think this one still looks like a good deal. Things that you don't typically see with bank sales, I see in this home. Number one is landscaping. Number two, it actually looks like the flooring, the cupboards look good in the kitchen. Okay, the appliances are still there. That's something, usually they're ripped out. So the floors probably been refinished, parquet floors, laminate upstairs. So there's some nice features with this one here too. And I'm a big fan. I like it. $223.9 seems like a fantastic price to me. $741 Woodward, again, another really good deal for a condo townhouse. Now the difference with this one, the value that you're getting is that you've got this nice expansive back, these big trees in the back, the park behind. That's where the value comes on this one, because when you finally get to the inside shots, wallpaper, yellow dishwasher. Although the counters look good, there's a tub sink there. The cabinets look like they've been modernized relatively. So there's some good things about this home. Extra baseboard heat, it looks like, down on the walkout level. So overall, I think that this one is great, and the complex does, and it's mentioned in the description, there's an in-ground pool there too. So if you've got kids or if you just like lounging there, be a great thing. Okay, so 1166 Bernard. Now, when I left, there was a whole bunch of these models that were all up in the 315s, the 3-story single car garage. These guys were so smart. They brought it down to the 304. Super competitive, 1357 square feet. It says around 1300. It's higher than that. September 16th is their possession they're looking for, and I like it inside. So this room can be a little bit tricky. The tiles are on diagonal, but it's tricky to figure out a purpose because it's just not quite big enough to have a full sort of rec room down there, but you can put exercise equipment. It makes for a good office. Upstairs, the kitchen's nice and open. You've got this dining room, and then it opens right up into the living room as well. Yeah, so that's all open concept here. And then upstairs you've got 3 bedrooms. So the number 2 and 3 bedrooms, they're a little bit smaller. They're kind of split down the middle right here. But they can still fit queen size beds, okay? It's great, again, to have an office up there plus a kid's room. It can really work to the advantage. So I love a lot of stuff about this. The parking, it's all great. Now this one, I profiled it before I left, and it's an apartment on Costigan, 309. And what I love is that it's main level. Okay, so I think the value of this is fantastic. So you can do gardens. It's like you have a backyard. So if you're downsizing, I think about the perfect person for this home is someone who's downsizing from, a $500,000 home. The kids have all moved out. This is 2 bedrooms. Okay, so it's a easier transition than a 1 bedroom. 2 bathrooms, so the couple each gets their own bathroom. You've got great upgrades, high ceilings here, which make the whole apartment feel bigger. So the granite, the hardwood, you've got some California shutters, and you've basically got a whole whack of privacy here too, because you've got this whole ravine and everything else behind. So this is the perfect transition place for a downsizer. I can't believe how awesome it is, and I think it's a good price too. When you look at how big it is, 1048 square feet, fantastic, love it. Okay, so 749 Irving does not have photos, but it's a good model. That's why I put it in the best of list. 1860 square feet. We haven't seen one in a while. It's called a Mattamy Townland model, and there's laundry upstairs. There's 4 bedrooms. Early September's their possession. And I'm sure that this home looks pretty good too. There's probably lots of extra wiring in here too. I know the owner, and he's a gadget guy, so I'm sure that it would be nice in there. Okay, so Nakerville is $389, and so what I like about this is that it's a smaller detached home. It's hard to find detached homes under 400, and this one's under like 11,000 under 400. Plus you get a great kitchen that looks like a huge fridge, an eat-in, and then you've got this extra family room right here too. So it's not a huge home, but I think that for the price, if you're looking to be completely separated from your neighbors, this is the price that sort of medium-sized semis are going for. So it's a great deal, and it's an Energy Star, and there's all kinds of great things about the home. Okay, so Churchill is kind of on a corner, so it's about 105 by 72. And so $389 is the price. Because it's on a corner, that's kind of your backyard, so you get more of a side yard. I'll show you the aerial in just a second. Hardwood floors here. It looks like there's lots of space for an eat-in kitchen here too, and everything looks like it's in decent shape. Okay, so we've got we've got long driveway here. Let me show you the aerial. And so there it is. So I think the property on this one goes like this, and then it kind of cuts in this way here, and then you've got McCrae Court coming just off of Churchill. So that's some of the space that you have, and it could be an actual big front yard too to play around in. There's not too much traffic on Churchill, right in Dorset Park, and it's getting harder and harder to find good properties in Dorset Park under 400,000. So that's a good listing there. 1015 Borden Lane, I think it's about 1,700 square feet, the semi here, and so the flooring looks really nice. Okay, you've got the walkout from the back, so the kitchen overlooks the family room with a fireplace. There's your kitchen, and so there's a good shot of how it all interacts. Plus you've got this area in the front there too. Okay, so master ensuite, lots of upgrades in the back. There's a little hot tub there, and I like this one too because of where it is. So Borden Lane is just, it sort of cuts in on the bottom of the U shape on Manly, but you can walk to the GO train, which is just probably 5 minutes away from there. You've got Superstore, you've got all kinds of stuff, the new art center, you've got the community center over here, you've got the secondary school. The schools in this area are fantastic. You've got Hadfield School, which is fantastic. Trails, you've got pond. It's just, to me, you can't get much better than that, especially if you love to walk around. There's a ton of stuff to walk to. Okay, so that's a great listing there. 867 Maple. Now, I put this in mostly because, again, Dorset Park under 400, but also I thought it was a double car garage when I first looked at it. These are little motorcycle trailers, okay? So it's actually a single car garage right behind there, and it's 53 by 114. It's got a renovated kitchen with granite countertops, backsplash, and some kind of archway that goes into a old school, probably really cool bar. And that's all the pictures that we see on this one here. But again, I just wanted to clear up the discrepancy. It is a single car garage. Minchin Way, a new home, again under 400,000, a little bit smaller. Nice looking kitchen here, open concept. The backsplash is that nice sort of glassy stone tile, and it looks like QR codes on the carpet there. But that's the front room there, and then you've got hardwood stairs and hardwood on the second level. So a nice transition home. If you're looking for a smaller detached. Holdsworth 409. So you'll notice there's not a lot of towns or semis. I wasn't that impressed with what came out when I left or when I was gone, but a lot of good detached homes for great deals. You've got this one on Holdsworth here. Again, nice hardwood floors. The kitchen's not huge, okay? This is not a massive home. You can see that the eat-in, they even moved that into the family room because there's a tight little area just over in the kitchen. But you got 3 bedrooms, and you've got this nice big 109-foot lot. So lots of space back there. If you like to entertain in your backyard, if you don't care as much about how much room is in the home, this is probably the perfect home for you. That was built by Sundial, that one there. Newell, 414.9, okay, detached home, nice big corner property, lots of space on this one here too. They're lining up offers for Tuesday night, so tomorrow you still have a chance to see it. The bedrooms look really big, interlocking, you got the shed in the back, all brick. This one to me, I think is almost guaranteed to be sold over asking price in competition. Now Ashbrook is at 439. What I love about it, Ashbrook is a great location. It's right off of Oak Street here, so you've got access to the mall, you've got Brunello's, you've got Pasqualino's, all the great places to eat downtown Milton. You can walk to Mill Pond, you can walk to the library, which I don't know how long that one's going to be around for, but there's great things about the location of this home. You're not too far south, you're not too far west. It's great. Okay, so double car garage, another good thing here. Mature trees, big backyard. And so inside, the kitchen's been renoed, right? So there's still some fantastic things that make this one a little bit newer, even though it's an older home. $439 to me is a fantastic price. Now this one has an offer on it, this one on 15th Side Road. Now it's a converted church space. The price looks great. It's not a huge piece of property, but inside has been completely renovated. There's just, I mean, the kitchen, everything has been done. I was surprised. I thought they probably could have got more for this home, and maybe they did. Maybe it went into competition because it looks like it sold very quick after it was listed, and there is the backyard. So really unique home. It's not that far from Milton too. It's still a good distance away in the country, but just so unique. One of a kind home that we'll probably not see for the next 10 years in Milton Daily Homes. Now Bowering Crescent is at 489, and so this is a Lindsay model. It's about 1,800 square feet with a massive piece of land and backing onto green space too. Now inside, it's not bad. I mean, there's hardwood in the living dining, not in the family room. Hardwood stairs, okay, so a bit of a bluer kitchen there, and you've got the dormer windows, the finish downstairs. But I'm wondering, because at 489 you start to get into double car garages. Now they don't have that lot, so it's that trade-off. Like, are you willing to sacrifice the garage for the size of the yard and the green space? So that's a tough one to price, because I think that there's even with the finished basement, they've basically done everything with this home that you can do, aside from maybe, again, a little bit more hardwood and things like that. It's when you add it up, I think it's worth what they're listed, but it's just finding that person who's willing to have all those different pieces together. Trudeau is at 514.9, 2,600 square feet. For this price, I think is fantastic. It's got siding on the outside, maybe a little bit kind of countryish. I don't know if it would appeal to every buyer. I don't know if it's like kind of blow you away visually. Like I think that you could probably take these borders down. They do have the green apples though. That's part of the reason I put this one in the list. And you've got the center island. It's a really good classic layout. Living dining when you first walk in, kitchen with the family room. And downstairs, it kind of looks like a sauna or something like that. It kind of has a bit of an old Milton flair. Tons of cords here. But I think that there's a certain amount of charm in that basement that you just don't see every day. And the yard even looks bigger too. It's 87 feet wide by just a little bit more than the usual depth. So lots of cool things going on with this one here too. For the price, for the size, unbelievable. Same with this one here too. Chandler, 525, double car garage, almost 2,500 square feet. Look at the kitchen, beautiful stuff, fantastic open concept layout, and it's got the size to really compete. So at 525, pie-shaped lot. This one I don't think is going to last very long. It's super competitive. California shutters. Now Cousins, this is another bank sale, so it's at 569. And so this model, I'm not sure if it's the Vanderwood or if it's the Stone Church, but it's probably 3,000 square feet, something big. Okay, so 3 bathrooms on the upstairs. There's a tenant inside, bank sale, just like we talked about before. And I love this street, Cousins. It's a beautiful street, and I just wanted to show this one to you because I think it has a lot of value. Cousins Terrace. Okay, so same street. We've got a Stone Church here, 2,780 square feet. There's a front room with this nice high ceiling. Okay, so there's the dining room. So separate living dining is something that's unique about this home. And you'll hear my phone going off like crazy here. Welcome back from vacation. And so we've got a nice looking kitchen, open concept layout. The master's huge. The ensuite is one of the biggest ensuites I've seen in this size of home. So great looking house. Now here's something really cool that happened, and I'm a part of this too. There's 3 listings for sale on Christie. We're going to call it the Battle of Christie Circle. And so I'll show the first one to you. It's 3,000 square feet, just a touch over that. Garage is tucked away in the back. And that's something you don't see with a lot of homes in the new section. So that's a rare thing. And so inside, okay, there's lots of stuff happening in here. The hardwood in the kitchen, but not some of the other living areas, which is we usually see the reverse of ceramic in the kitchen, and then we see some hardwood in the other spots. Okay, so again, green apples, that's the magic formula, and the ensuite's nice because you've got a little makeup table in between there. It's nice and wide, and then they've done some landscaping. Now, all these homes on Christie Circle have nice 50-foot by 100-foot deep lots, and much more significant than the standard Mattamy 50 or 56 by 80. So it's a great street. There's a park right down at the end. Okay, so 659. I'll give you the 3 of them. I'll let you decide which one's the best value. I think I know personally, but anyhow. So the next one is at 1281 Christie Circle, and so it's at 669. So now we're talking about a Ravenswood, 33-something square feet. It's a 5-bedroom. Definitely a nice advantage. Some hardwood floors, and so there's some granite counters in there. Hardwood on the second level too. So this one's a good solid home. You can see that's the effect of getting the extra 20 feet in the backyard. It definitely matters. So very solid listing. Okay, here's my listing and what I think is obviously the best value. Tell me I'm biased. I don't care, because this home to me represents things that you just can't find anywhere else. Okay, so 1218 Christie. There's a park just literally like, step out your front door and 20 seconds later your feet are in the park. And so it's got this long driveway on the side here. There's a side door entrance, separate entrance, big living dining room. This is now over 3,500 square feet, by far the biggest listing on the street. And so huge family room, tiles on the diagonal here. You've got arched you've got a little bit of an archway that comes from the living dining. There's a separate den, and it's in kind of like a little a circular room, so it's a great place for an office, okay? But huge room here, fireplace, built-in media niche, and there's your kitchen. Lots of space here if you want to pull up 4 or 5 stools. So this is a master bedroom, so you've got the ensuite right here, and you've got a separate sitting area, and so that's that's at the back of the house. Okay, so you've got one master bedroom there, you've got another master bedroom here with a separate sitting area. Okay, so if you've got older relatives, it's the ideal spot. And you also have 3 other bedrooms, so 5 bedrooms upstairs, and you've got an in-ground pool. Okay, so it's called an on-ground pool. It's halfway between in-ground and above ground, and so it maybe goes up 2 or 3 feet. All the landscaping's been done. You still have a ton of space in your backyard, even with that pool there. So it's hard to find pools in these homes. So combining the layout of this one, the size, the pool, the lot, being close to the park, this to me is without a doubt a one-of-a-kind listing, and it's awesome. Okay, so the next one is Playfair. And so triple car garage, you can see the price, it's almost $900,000. They've had this listed for a while, and I mean, it's a tough sell to sell something in New Milton for this price. By far it would break the record. The highest sale ever in New Milton has been $785. That's the current record holder. There's an in-ground pool. If you ever see this one, my impression is that this home here really looks over this. It kind of feels like a fishbowl to me. There's not a lot of grass in the back. They did a lot of pattern concrete there. This is called HDR photography, and I think that it does the home justice in the sense that it shows off the different colors and the decor, and it gives it a bit of a magazine touch. But I don't know if pictures do this one justice. I mean, I've seen model homes that don't even compare to this home. Every imaginable upgrade in the home. You've got these massive ceilings here, the built-ins. There's a finished basement that walks directly out to the pool. Nice 8-foot door. I love when they show that. It doesn't really give a frame of reference, but that front door is huge. Okay, so it's a really nice home. You can check out the virtual tour. It has a bit of a spoken tour to it. Awesome home. It's just, is it too far out of reach? And that's actually the next home is 103 Thomas. 1.495. It's been for sale for a while. Once you cross $1 million in Milton, it becomes very difficult because people have options. They can live in Oakville. They can live in all these different places. They can go out to the country. And so this is a 132 by 126 foot lot. You can get acres and acres, still getting an awesome home in the country. But that being said, it's not in town. That's the real advantage. You can't walk downtown. You can't do some of that stuff. Now this is a triple car garage, and then there's a separate office area upstairs. And you can see that on the virtual tour. And so you've got hardwood floors. This is really the best restored century home I've seen in Milton ever. It's right by the fairgrounds. Every single detail has really been attended to. The outside, all the little details here. It's unbelievable. It could arguably be one of the best homes in the town of Milton. So that's our list, and so this one's back on the market. It's been listed before, and this is a lower price than what we've ever seen it for. So have a great day, and thanks for being patient. I know it wasn't a short video, and welcome back. And from now on, we're coming to you Monday to Friday. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.